Welcome to Yogi's Equity Edge, your roadmap to building real wealth. Master smart real estate and stock strategies. Take control of your financial future. Hit subscribe and let's grow your equity today.
Hello everyone. We're going to take a look today at this project of ours, which I had a video in the previous couple weeks ago that we did removing the drywall and did the pre-work before the finishes. So I may attach that to the end of the video. But what we're going to do today is to take a walk at the project and see the complete finishes and what we do. And if it's something that you're interested in doing, probably purchase an investment property in Florida or Orlando in general, and need someone who understands how to be able to get you these properties at discount value and provide value by getting you the right people to do the rehabs, reach out and I'll be more than glad to assist. So as you can see, the exterior of the home now with the finish, we have decided to got some pavers. We did some pavers driveway, paver circular driveway, exterior painted, new air conditioning unit, new garage door, security lights. There's some additional landscaping that we probably are going to do, but we haven't 100% decided on that yet. What is interesting now that this project is finished, we would be signing a lease with a tenant within the next few days for $2,600 a month. Yes, you heard that right. $2,600 a month for 2 years on a home that we have just completed. Everything is 100% brand new, which will probably rent for 3 to 5 years before we decided to sell it. We may not do any landscaping, but we'll watch it for a couple of weeks and see how the grass grows while it continue to rain. So we have decided as well to go ahead and paint this outdoor patio. At some point in the future, we may decide, since we did all the foundation for it, if we're going to enclose it or not. But it's amazing how this project actually turned out from what it was when we initially purchased it. Now, valuation on this, the value of this property is approximately $400,000 to $420,000, all in $310,000, and it's a complete brand new home with everything that was done. There's nothing that someone will have to do probably for another 10 to 15 years if you keep it as an investment property. As you can see, we use porcelain wood look tile for all our projects. Now, the reason why we use that is because of durability and also maintenance. When you rent these homes, you have less maintenance if you decide to do. We don't use any of the vinyl in these homes because the prices tend to be more expensive. And I don't believe its last or the quality is better than the porcelain wood look tile, and that is one of the reasons why we use them for all our projects. We use the same granite, same kitchen cabinets for all our homes, basic backsplash, nothing too fancy about them. But the reason why we go with gray cabinets versus white cabinets would look much better in these homes is because we rent them for a few years before we decide to sell them, and by putting the gray cabinet is less maintenance and tend not to have as much wear and tear over time. You can see this is the dining area, and then you have your laundry room towards your right. Finished laundry room. We'll be adding some cabinets here for storage for your dish, laundry detergent and all that good stuff. Garage. This is the finished product, what it looks like now versus what it was prior to this. New garage door, new remote. We decided to put the air conditioning in the garage because it was the best place to place it. Now this is the wall that we have talked about in my previous video, above the garage door on the two sides, and this wall right here to the side, which was wood frame, which was done illegally by the previous owner, which now is concrete block. Solid pour to right and left of the garage door, and a solid header above the garage door. And all of that was done to code and inspected by the county. Now we usually put our appliance once we secure a tenant. Stainless steel refrigerator, stainless steel electric range, and a brand new stainless steel microwave. One of the things that we will see as well is that in all the living areas, we usually use can lights. We put fans in all our bedroom versus dome lights. And this is a standard that we have not just for homes that we do for ourselves, but our clients as well. And the quality of, fans and fixtures that we use are not what you get at the Home Depot quality. They're much higher end. You also will notice that what we do, we frame all the windows, and the window sills that we use are vinyl window sill. And the reason why we use vinyl window sills is because of durability, and it pretty much lasts forever because of the moistures in Florida you get from the windows over time, condensation with the air conditioner and hot heat from the outside. When you have window sills that are actually wood window sills, which most builders use today, and rehabbers also do, because it's much cheaper, then you will have problems over time. We also use 5 1/4 baseboard in all our projects. If there are high-end homes, then we use a 7 1/4 baseboard. This is what the finished product looks like in the bathroom. Vanity, we haven't put in the mirrors yet. We usually put mirrors in all the bathrooms once we secure a tenant. This is the master bedroom, and we usually put can lights in the master bedroom as well. And the master bathroom. Here's the master bathroom. Finish stand-up shower. Now, if you like what you see and you are interested in purchasing an investment property or even a home to live in Florida, we have the ability to find these homes at below market value. And it doesn't matter what condition they are in. We're not afraid to go in and make them the best homes that you will find. And if you're looking for a home to live in, this could be an opportunity where you buy a home for a less value and you spend the necessary money to make it your own, and you get a quality home for less than what you will buy it in the MLS, and you will enjoy it for many, many years with your family if you desire to live in it, or if you're looking for another investment, whether it's your IRA or just a regular investment property. I don't believe that there's a whole lot of individuals can provide the value that we can provide to you in the terms of finding you the right home, the right neighborhoods, where you would get the most rent, where, believe it or not, some neighborhoods, whether they're a B or a C class neighborhood or even D neighborhoods, you will get very, very good renters who will probably never want to leave your home when you give them a product like we are giving them to live in. And that is one of the biggest value that we provide, is that giving someone a home like this to rent, they will never leave it until probably they buy their own house or they can't afford to rent anymore. And the reason for that is simply because there's nobody else going to provide them the value that we provide them. So if you like what you see, subscribe. And if you're interested in purchasing a home like this, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be more than glad to discuss the different possibilities. Thanks for watching.
You will see here, when we originally purchased this home, the homeowner probably had an illegal garage done at some point in the past. We don't know the timelines, but there was some stucco work, as you can see, some of the stucco material that is on the ground that we have removed. You will clearly see that this was one time a porch. So you can see that the metal frame is still there from the porch, and they have illegally construct or closed this porch by some of the woodwork they have done here. Now you can see the framing that they have done. Now none of that is up to code, so we have to remove all of that and then replace them. what we have done thus far in the front here, we have removed all of the work that they have done here, and we have put up the concrete block with steel inside, and then we will cast these posts to make sure that they are done with solid concrete, and then we will reframe the top of the garage. All of the windows in the home was changed. We have replaced all the windows and doors. Now this home was built in 1975. We have also replaced the roof. We have also relocated the electrical system. Now, one of the things that you will find in most of these older homes, when they were originally built, they were built with a capacity for 150 amp. What that simply means that if you have a meter box in the exterior or the interior, you can't put more than 150 amp in terms of breakers in the panel. Now, with most homes and newer homes today, when they're remodeled, the code requires a panel box of 200 amp minimum. So we have replaced the exterior panel and the interior panel and the entire electrical system. But we'll go through the electrical system after we are finished with the exterior. This was a porch that was at some point was done by the homeowner, but initially when they did this porch, what they have done is that they have poured a 4.5 inch concrete, but it had no footers. So what we had to come in and do, we had to remove the dirt from the back of it, and then we purchase material steel. Now, as you can see, on top of this wall right here, you can see there is some wood framing. That wood framing is not up to code, so we have to add 2x8s to that, and then hurricane trap to bring it to code before we finishing up the garage. Now we have also relocated the AC system, and we have put it into the garage because originally it was in the home. But with the new system that we have decided and the space that we have in the home, it was not enough space to be able to do the returns. And we'll talk about that before we go to plumbing and electrical, of the things that you have to do, or I suggest that you do, or if you're buying a home that is remodeled, or you are buying a home that you're hiring a contractor to remodel. These are some of the things that you may want to look at, because it's very important that you will find when these homes are remodeled that you may have issues if you don't do them correctly. Now, what do you notice here in the ceiling is that there are two boxes. One is the vent for the home, and the other is the return. Now, in most older houses that built in the 50s and 60s, what they have is what you call, an air conditioner in the home has one little area that you get the return of the air from the supply. Now, that is not very efficient in any home. When you are remodeling these homes and you do them to code, we do what you call jumpers. And these jumpers are set in the home where the air comes in from the air condition under one vent, and then it goes out, gets sucked out because hot air rises into these vents that you're looking at here, and then sucked into the unit. So you have a perfect airflow throughout the home. Now, how you know that you have jumpers in your home versus not? Now, a lot of builders or folks who are remodeling home, when they redo the air conditioning system, they will put those jumpers above the door. And when you see them above the door, now they are done to code over the door, but it doesn't give you that efficiency that you may require for your airflow. Do all the plumbing in the home. And one of the biggest things that you will find that you have major issues in these older homes when you buy an older home that is remodeled, or an older home that has not been remodeled. Most of these homes are built in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. They have cast iron pipe. Now, these cast iron pipe don't have any life expectancy left in them. and most of them are collapsing under the slab, and you will never know until it happens to you. Now, what we have done is that we have cut the slabs and we have replaced all the sewer lines in the entire home. As you can see where the new concrete is poured, those are all the new sewer lines which we have replaced, that goes to the kitchen and then into the bathrooms and then out to the main sewer that goes out to the street. Now, a couple of things that you may want to look for as well when you're buying a home that is either being remodeled by someone prior to purchasing or hiring a contractor, is that your laundry. A lot of times you get folks who are going into homes, replumb them, and do the original laundry system, but not replace everything. Now, when we come in these homes, we make sure that we replace them. And quite frankly, this is what you have to do to be able to have the vent for your dryer out and your water to go out and a hot and cold for your laundry room. Now, if you go into a home and you don't see this, it's probably not done to code. Now, there are two ways that you could do a shower. If the shower is 6 inches below the slab, then you don't have to put the rubber mat. But if the shower is in par with the slab or a little above the slab, then this is something that is required by code. Now, a lot of people rehab houses and remodel houses, and they will not put this liner in. Why? Because they're saying, well, it is above ground, and if the water does leak, it goes just on the floor. Well, when you put this mat and you do your inspection, the inspector will come in and they will take that ball out that you have to, because you got to put water in there for them to see that it holds the water. And if the water drains out completely, then they know that you have the pitch and you have the float. Now, why this is important? It is important because when you put your sheetrock up to put your tile and complete the base of your shower, if this ever have a leak, there is no way water can ever get into your home, because the liner protects that from happening. And the liner will keep the water in the tub, in the shower, and you never have to worry about it leaking into your home. In all of our remodels as well, when we redo the electrical system, we make sure that we put can lights in all the open areas. We do not use the dome lights, or we do not even use lights in the burn. Now, this is an interior panel that you will find in your home when it's done by an electrician, that it is done by code. Now, if you have a home and you go into it and you're purchasing it and you don't see a 200 amp panel, that means they probably replaced the panel box and they did not replace the electrical system. Now, also to caution you that most homes that are built in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, they have what you call cloth wiring. And this is the reason why, because no longer you're able to get insurance with cloth wiring. And if you do, it's pretty expensive. Now, you also find that in the older homes, you have what you call a Federal Pacific breaker panel. Those panels, you don't get the breakers to purchase anymore. And if you do get them, they're very, very expensive. Now, insurance companies would not insure your home in most cases if you have that panel. And that's one of the main reasons why when these homes are purchased and they're older, you have to replace them with copper wiring. Then also the older homes, you do not have smoke detector that are attached to the main panel. There are individual smoke detectors with just boxes and batteries. Now, when you do these complete remodel, they're all tied into the electrical panel. So if one of these smoke detector doesn't work properly, it trips all of them, and it will make that beeping song that you will know that you have a problem with one of them. Originally, when we purchased this home as well, you will notice that this was the original living room. This here was the dining room and some part of the kitchen. So what we have done is that we have came in and we have decided that for us to have a functional kitchen, we had to move this wall back, the sliding door, by 1 foot to be able to have an island that you would be able to have 3 or 4 bar stools and still have a little open area before your laundry room. It will be an open concept where you come into the home, you have the living area, and then you have your 4 bedrooms. Now, we had to redo some of the framing in here as well because a lot of the woods were not done correctly or they were old. Now, we have just finished insulating the entire home, and we would be starting to do drywall tomorrow. So the second part of this rehab project will be when the drywall is finished and is painted and we started the work on the finishes, interior doors, tile, bathrooms, and everything else. Now, one other thing that is important to look for too when you are either hiring someone to remodel your home or buying a home that is completely remodeled. When they're adding new windows, these windows have to be completely bulked, meaning that you have to use pressure treated wood for the side of the windows and then the face of the windows prior to putting insulation. Why? Because by doing that, it prevents the wood from rot, and you would not be able to pass inspection unless this is completed and the windows are screwed into those and to the concrete block with top corn screws. When this project is fully completed, this home will have everything included brand new, meaning air conditioning, AC, ductwork, kitchen, flooring, bathrooms, 100% drywall, insulation, and the total cost for what we have budgeted for this home will be about $310,000 to $320,000. Now let's be real. For someone to have a brand new 1,500 square foot home with a 2-car garage in Orlando, completely brand new with a roof, for $315,000 to $320,000, that worth $400,000 will give you steady income for the next 10 to 15 years without any major repairs, is a tremendous investment. Now, for you to be able to accomplish something like this, you have to be able to know the right individuals or hire the right people to be able to purchase this home for you, and also to be able to manage the rehab project to make sure that you're getting what you actually paid for. And when a home is completed in the manner that this will be completed, by far it will be greater than most of the rehabs that you will find. Not saying that we do the best rehabs, but we absolutely take pride in what we do, and we make sure that all our rehabs are done to code and follow the county guidelines.
Make sure to subscribe and follow me for more real estate and investing knowledge. Hit subscribe and let's grow your equity today.